Okay, I got the water running, but real quick video. At the end of the day, anybody can get these hands. I don't care if I'm religious, non-violent. I'm more of the Martin Luther King, walk away type of thing. That can turn into Malcolm X, okay? For real, his way, shoot, or not turn the other cheek. But anyways, shoot, I had an uncle who pinned me down sexually. And I can't recall because anything I say is truthful 100%. I know 99.9%. I'm real 100%. I know 99 point nothing. But anyways, I had an uncle pin me down. He was drunk, and I started noticing things was weird because he kept walking back and forth downstairs, and he pinned me down like sexually and wouldn't let me up for a while. And I believe he was kissing my neck. But again, I was young. It was so long ago, and I was young, but I wasn't that young. But it's just the fact it's been years ago, so I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure he did kiss my neck and stuff. And then he started even fooling around with my other sibling. But anyways, and of course my stepfather didn't believe us or whatever. But anyways, and then I got molested by a doctor. Because I had to mention that I was a virgin, so they don't use a tool that's really hurtful. Meaning, like, it's kind of like when you get a pep smear, and like, there's different sizes. I'm a virgin. I don't know about sex and all this stuff, but anyways, it hurted like hell. So I make sure they use the smallest one and not the widest, bigger one for like pap smears or anything. And I've had tons of stuff in my body, vagina, whatever, since trying to fix my bladder, like microscopes, all that stuff hurt, catheters to get the test done, numerous things, not just a bladder Botox shot or bladder pills. But anyways, I got molested by a doctor, and then like ramming into me, man, with his finger. It felt like his fist. Um, he told me to lay back down after like getting inspected for a bladder infection because I have hard to detect ones. And then he was like, "No, lay back down, I'm not finished." And like he was ramming into me so badly where like his whole body kept falling over me, and he kept saying sorry. And I would say it was like maybe like 6 to 7 pumps in me. I can't remember. I wasn't counting. Um, it was just a little while, and then I was almost raped and killed when I got kicked out by my stepfather because one of my siblings put me under the bus, sister wise, that I wasn't gonna pay a bill and try to move out because I couldn't do both. I can't pay you a bill and then try to move out. So I got kicked out. I was living with a friend, and then I was depressed, and I was living my life. Like I was living very freely, carelessly, depressingly. Um, so we fought for almost like an hour. I was supposed to get like a massage or whatever at this motel. It wasn't a hotel. Um, and like I said, the last thing I remember him saying was, as we was fighting and stuff, and I'll never forget his eyes flipping over from like normal to like straight evil. Like it looked like the devil's eyes. But anyways, he was like, "You strong." He was like, "Dang, you real strong." I can't quote exactly what he said, but it was basically, "Nigga, you strong." Like he underestimated me because of my size, because of my weight, and being carelessly. It was numerous. I hold myself accountable for that as well because I had numerous red flags, and I started ignoring them because I always been a person who never gave my phone number out. You know, it took 2 years after this incident of even ever giving my number out ever again. And it was to my ex. And I never forget that I was still living on my own. Well, I was living with a friend, and I was hungry. And he literally, I kept telling him, "No, I'm good." And he literally got on the bus and gave me $20. At that time frame, I think he was getting back on his feet, like just driving wise. Like, because I met him on the bus, but he got a truck within like a week later. So, anyways, I'll never forget smashing at McDonald's because I was so hungry. And like the day before, I went to like the rescue mission, and I was like, I'm never gonna put myself in this situation again. Because the only thing I ate was a cookie, and I was looking around at all these people smashing this food, and it looked like straight throw up. I just couldn't. But anyways, yeah, we fought for about an hour. Like at the end of the day, like even being homeless, like I'm not going down without a fight. Like before I have to do what I have to do, if I have to do what I have to do. Because when you hit up from every corner, it's basically like, I shall see. But at the end of the day, get to the point where it's like, anyways, same thing with almost been raped and killed. And my guardian angel was with me as well. Like I said, I had numerous red flags that I kept ignoring. I was like, you always worry about stuff and like, just be free for once in your life. Like it was so many red flags. Like you think too much or and like I said, this person I met walking from the library because I was always in school and in college and stuff. And that was the first person I ever gave my number to, and I was on the bus for 9 years before driving for 5 to 6 years. Anyways, and I got out because of I may not claim my parents, but my mother always taught us life skills and watching Most Wanted and stuff, making up lies to get out of a situation or using weapons. Like your phone is a weapon. Your fingernails, if you got nails, I don't do the fake nails and fake eyelashes, but I don't judge. If you love it, I love it. Um, you can use your nails as a weapon, dig their eyes out of their sockets. But anyways, so my guardian angel, I believe, was my great grandmother because like as he was pulling me back in, he ripped my pants off and my panties off and stuff. So I only had like a bra on because my shirt was ripped off too. And so he could have like pulled that back. He would have pulled me in because I forgot about like the third lock on the door. So I felt the push. And I'll never forget getting out of the room, seeing it being so bright because it was dark in there. Like he made sure to make it dark in there pretty much. And I thought that was a big red flag as well. It was numerous things. Numerous things. I don't got to go into details. But anyways, I'm a person, I'm going to fight to the end. Even though being homeless, trying to get on my feet, like trying to do like everything. And I'm trying to do everything the right way versus the bad way. It's just I'm getting hit up from every angle. And people don't care. Like literally, jobs don't care. Period. So, anyways, like that's why I'm calling corporate tomorrow. I should have did so today, but I be tired. I got so much going on body wise. It's just a lot. But anyways, like it's a lot of perverts out here, like creeps. Like they be stealing. It's a lot of sex trafficking going on. They be stealing little boys, little girls, like teenagers, like elderly people ain't even safe out here no more. You got people, little kids and young teenagers raping elderly people. But anyways, all I gotta say is people can get these hands. Like if I ain't got no weapons, I'm gonna use my hands. And at that day in the motel when I was almost raped and killed, still a virgin. I'm still a virgin to this day. Um, like there was weapons, of course, like there's weapons all over, but I use my hands, baby, because like it gets to the point where like you can't run and hide, because they gonna get through the door, like the bathroom door. So you like thinking smart and making your fast, like what's the best way up out of here. And it was to the point where I ain't had time to grab no weapons. When you're dealing with a man, and at the end of the day, it's sad because a lot of these kids be getting killed by boyfriends or exes or strangers, and they don't know really how to defend themselves, or simply the fact that like if they got a weapon, you ain't got much chances. Like you do if it's a knife, but if it's a gun, you ain't got much chances. If it's two dudes, you ain't got much chances because dudes is already heavyweight. I don't care how heavy, how strong you are. When it comes to two people, you ain't gonna make it. You can try, of course, but your probability of making it out of there alive is not high. It's very low. It's not even 10%. It's like 5%. And if it's 3, you really in trouble. Because it took a lot of strength with one person who's very strong, very strong. Shoot, I feel like I was fighting the devil. But anyways, at the end of the day, anybody can get these hands. Period, point blank, period. And don't fear nobody but God. And it's sad because that day I did fear my life, and I had my death, the way I was gonna die, flash before my eyes, like before fighting. Like I had the whole flashback, or like I don't know what you call it, but like you have these images of you being killed and how you would be killed. I don't know what it's called. But anyways, because I'm a dreamer, I have a lot of dreams. Like I've been resting all day, and I've had so many different dreams. But anyways, like I said, anybody can get these hands. And when I did fear that day, I made sure I never feared nobody ever again. Even if you got a gun to my head, and it can be a religious thing or a non-religious thing. Like, do you believe in God? Or, they did that in Columbine. The first shooting in America. I mean, the first, school shooting with Rachel Scott. And they was like, do you believe in God? And he shot her in the head. Because they knew she was religious. She knew that was about to happen. She knew she was going to die young. She didn't know what was going to happen, but she knew she was going to die young. So I'm pretty sure she knew, like, the type of people was getting bullied and they probably was going to do something. I don't know if she knew that, but she did know she was going to die. She said in her journal, we had the event come to the school, which was her brother. And everybody was crying and everybody was like, I ain't gonna bully people no more. It lasted for a few days. Then people went back to their old days of bullying people and stuff. But anyways, like I said, anybody can get these hands, period, point blank, period. I'm not going down without a fight. It's just that simple. Like I said, I don't claim my parents. I don't claim none of my immediate family, for real, for real. I kid you freaking not. I'm a person, I'm going to say what I got to say. Like, I don't claim a lot of family from Ohio. I don't claim a lot of family from Mississippi. I claim very few people from my extended side as well, both in Ohio and Mississippi. And it's the older folks, people, and the middle-aged people. The young folks, no. It's like one person down south, and like, I can't even think about Ohio. I have family I never even met before because my real father wasn't in my life. So I have just as much family down south as in Ohio. And I'm talking about a big family. A big family. But anyways, God bless. Like I said, anybody can get these hands. The devil can get these hands. I've been wanting him since a long time, and I still want him. Like, he better hope I don't see him during the 7 years, well, after the 7 years tribulation. We take over earth and we fight the devil and all these demons and stuff. And the people who ain't want to change and like get their life over even after the left behind and been, and after the 7 years tribulation, like they still like, nah, I'm good, whatever. Like, God's gonna recreate this earth in heaven. Well, he gonna recreate the earth like heaven. So anyways, it's gonna be a new earth, and it's gonna be how it was supposed to be. Like, none of this stuff was supposed to be. Like, a lot of people blame God for all the evil stuff, like sex trafficking, people getting raped and killed or murdered. Like, don't blame God. That's the devil. That all this evil and bad and sin on the world is of the devil. Like, even people who are prostitutes or strippers or murderers, none of that stuff was supposed to be existent. The devil got cast out of heaven because he was jealous, and and we all know about Adam and Eve, and I'm not even about to go further. I'm about to go back to sleep, literally get up to get business done, because the stress, like the depression, like I don't even take meds, but like due to messing my body up, it's just a lot. And when you trying to push through all the stuff, and you still getting hit left or right, like at stupid jobs and stuff. And like I said, these jobs do not care. They don't care that you homeless. They don't care. They schedule at the end of the week. Like, what's the point, bruh? Or then, oh, we forgot to put you on the schedule for 2 weeks. Like, bruh, what is, like, Y'all already disorganized. People quitting left and right, both managers. The whole store, you hire people who can't even stock correctly. The whole store is jacked up. Then they want to talk about safety. Can't even talk about we can't provide higher letters because of the cost. Yet you want people to struggle putting overstock up and freaking get injured. I got a lot to say to this corporate. Um. Anyways, God bless.